What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Cars for Sale in Japan Part 12. Today is kind of an impromptu Cars for Sale in Japan series. We are at Mangasuko, which is a second-hand store here in Japan. Kind of like a Goodwill, I guess, but it's kind of a Goodwill on steroids. There's a lot of really cool stuff inside. I did a video on it a while back. I might take you guys down there to show you a couple things today, but today we're going to focus on some of the cars they have for sale here in the parking garage. So they have quite a bit of stuff that's really not that interesting, but there's a couple things that I really want to show you guys at the end here. This right here is a K car, pretty basic K car. It's a Lopia, or a Lopio. I'm really not too familiar with. It's a Suzuki, I believe. Another super cheap car to maintain here in Japan. It's nice and small. It fits in all these parking spots. It's about $4,500. One of the advertisements on it, I guess, is that it comes with the ETC card reader, which is the card that you can use on the expressways, the toll roads here, and you can just go through like the express lane. And then we have a Honda Fit. Looks like it is around 190,000 yen, which is going to be around $1,600 probably. Once again, the ETC card reader. Nothing really too special, pretty cheap car. I don't believe this one's actually a K car though. I believe it would have a white license plate on it. But they all have the Manga license plates on them right now for the Mangasuko. This is katakana. I'm a big fan of katakana because basically katakana is used whenever you are borrowing a word from a different language like English or something like that. So basically if you can read katakana, you understand what they're saying. Whenever you're trying to read hiragana, it's a Japanese word, so if you don't know what the Japanese word for that specific thing is, then you're not going to know what it's trying to say. A couple other boring cars, a Toyota Porte, a Nissan Note, all really cheap, around the $1,600 mark. I don't know if you guys will recognize this bad boy or not. This is a Honda Step Wagon, not just like the one we used to have, but it's the newer generation of Step Wagon. This one's going for around $5,400 probably. So as you guys know, I'm trying to figure out this whole Japanese language thing, but that right there, this part right here says Honda. And then this is I can't remember that one off the top of my head, but that's Pe. So I'm sure that probably says Step Wagon, but right there for you Honda boys, Honda. Honda. I loved my Step Wagon. I would definitely own another one in the future. Mine had the B20 in it. I can't remember exactly what these come with. I think maybe a K series. Pretty nice though. A lot nicer than the one we had. Now we're gonna get into some more interesting stuff. I'll pan down the line here. We have a Volvo V70 going for around 55-ish, $100 US. I'm not really too familiar with a lot of like European type stuff, so I'm not a big fan of these, but maybe it's something special to some of y'all. And then I believe this is a Daihatsu. Well, it's obviously a Daihatsu. That's the emblem for the Daihatsus. And it is a Tanto, Tanto Custom. It's a custom Tanto. Daihatsu Tanto Custom. Pretty popular. I see a lot of these driving around. This is about $6,000 US. Very boxy. Lots of room though. Lots of headroom for tall people like me. And now this is the one that caught my attention right when we pulled in the parking lot, is this Camaro. They're asking only about maybe $3,900 US. Left-hand drive, of course. Automatic. That's so funny. Back when I was in high school, this was one of my dream cars. I quickly overcame that dream when I was introduced more into the import world of Hondas and Mitsubishis and things like that. But back in the day, this was the dream car. I'd like to know what some of your guys' dream cars were back in the day before you were really too experienced with cars. So let me know in the comments. That's pretty funny though to see this thing out here. Definitely just the V6 model, but still pretty interesting. And I'm really surprised it's not going for a little bit more just because it is a Camaro in Japan. Not too badly priced for Japan. and it looks pretty clean. Moving on though to the Range Rover. Going for, it's like 1.2 million yen, probably around, somewhere around $11,000 probably. Big old wheels on it. 22s. I'm not sure if that's really a good deal or not. I'm not too familiar with the pricing on these back in the States or anywhere else. 4.0 liter. Pretty cool though to see. And then we have a group of bikes here, and I am in no way able to talk anything about bikes, but I'll show them off and you guys can comment below about them if you like what you see and if you want to tell me some more about them. That one's about $2,400, maybe $1,400 there. The Honda is going for around $1,500. Kawasaki for around $2,000. All these are in US dollars. What I'm telling you, it's all shown in yen. Another Honda for around $1,200. Some mopeds. Pick up this moped for around 500 US dollars. That one's a little more expensive. It's around $2,000. The last Suzuki over here is going for around $1,300. And the Big Daddy scooter for around $2,200. Now on to, I think, my two favorite cars that are for sale out here. The Toyota Helix, going for around 13-ish thousand US dollars. 4-wheel drive. Really, really nice looking actually. I really like this truck. A little bit expensive I feel like, but I think these Helixes really hold their value over here. Kind of like in the States, like how the what is it, the 4Runners really hold their value. Seems like Toyota trucks hold their value well too. I really like the color on it. It's really nice too. None of these cars seem to really have any rust. I mean, I know they are for sale inside a parking garage, which definitely helps, but the life they had before this must have been pretty nice too. I like the little side mirrors on the fender. And the sweet white lettering on the tires. Pretty awesome. And my number one favorite car of today is the Mitsubishi Delica. I have always loved the Delica. This is actually a model that should be old enough to go back to the States. I really like this model and the model right after. The model right after, it's a little bit rounder, but I don't think they started making those until, I can't remember the exact year. I want to say it's like 95 or 96 maybe. I believe the later model of these came with the 6G72 Turbo, or I think you could also get a turbo diesel version of it, which is pretty awesome. But this particular one's going for around 9,400 US dollars. This one has a very square body style compared to the newer one. But I love these things. These things are like zombie killing machines. They sit really high up. The awesome curtains in the windows. The big rear bumpers. Yeah, so this is the turbo diesel one. Star Wagon Turbo D. Mitsubishi Delica. It has a third row of seats. More white lettering on the tires. I love the Delicas. One day, I will own a Delica and a Hiace. The door is just so cool right there too. Look at the door. Everything about these vans I love. It's got the captain's chairs in the back, middle, and then like a nice bench seat in the rear. Such cool cars. 4-wheel drive, zombie killing van. One day you will be mine. So that is gonna do it for the actual cars for sale portion, but we're gonna head down to the store, and my wife actually sent me a picture just now. They actually have some car parts down here too. So I'll show you guys a little bit around the store. So this store is primarily not a car parts store whatsoever, but randomly they do have these Type R wheels sitting in here right now, which is super random and hilarious and pretty awesome. The tires look like they're in pretty good shape. They're 205 50 16s, going for around probably $290 US. That's just something that you would never come across in like a secondhand store in the States. That's pretty awesome. Just as I was about to leave this section, you guys are gonna be even more mind blown. I know a lot of you guys out there like the Juunanabis. And sitting right here in a store that is primarily for secondhand clothes and household goods, there's a set of Type R wheels and a set of Juunanabis. That is just mind blowing to me, and I'm sure it's mind blowing to you guys too. These are more expensive than the wheels, the Honda wheels with the tires though. These are around 400, 390 US. Still not bad at all. 4x100. That is hilarious though, just to see Juunanabis sitting here like that. And it looks like some Toyota struts as well. I guess this is the automotive section right here. It's only this just teeny little wall. But it's funny some of the stuff you'll find here. Oh my God. The stuff you find here. These teeny little Brimbos. I don't even know what that would be for. I don't know if that would come on a bike. That's about 40 bucks. And 40 bucks for this one. So, a set of Brimbos for 80 bucks if anybody's interested. I have no idea what they're for, and I can't read any of that, so I'm not sure. This place keeps surprising me. There's a Nardi wheel and a Momo up there. The Momo is like 40 bucks, the Nardi is also about $40. Japan, why are you so awesome? That right there is an intake for an R33 GTR. It's just the filters, I guess. It actually only looks like one filter unless the other is really hidden back there. That's only 5,500 yen, so only 50 bucks. RB26 parts here in Mangasuko. Pretty hilarious. And then in the toy section, they have a lot of really cool random stuff like model cars, GTR model cars. There's just so many crazy things this store can offer up. There's tons of anime stuff here too, but I'm not gonna walk through all that. You guys can watch the old video for that if you want to see that. I'll link that up in the corner right now. Finally met back up with the family, and Mason has a Japanese book all about poop. What the heck is that?
Mama found it over there.
That's funny. This is getting weird. Other than poop books, cars, and car parts, they have some Initial D books, the whole set, for around 40 bucks. I'm not gonna pick it up this time, but I think I might get that before we get out of here. That is gonna wrap up this video, Cars for Sale in Japan Part 12. A pretty random one again. The last couple Cars for Sale have been pretty random. I haven't been planning on really going out and doing a video, and then we happen upon a few cool cars. And I think the Delica was my favorite out of that. The Camaro was really cool to see, but definitely the Delica and the Helix were very cool and cars that I would definitely own. We've been home for a little while now. You can tell that we got home because Mason's shoes and socks and shirt and pants are all over the place over here, because he likes to come inside and strip down and watch stuff on his tablet or play games. I've been spending a little bit of time here recently editing. I got rid of the desktop Mac, fully operational on the laptop now. So we'll be good to go for Tokyo. And I realized when editing this last video that I've actually been not including any Japanese. I realized it in the first one, but this last one I actually just totally spaced out and forgot. So today I'm gonna do something pretty simple. It's just something I've kind of been practicing a little bit, because going to Tokyo, I'm not gonna know a whole lot of Japanese, but I wanna be able to communicate a little bit. And when somebody starts blah, 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 just spitting out Japanese at me and I'm not sure what they're saying, I want to be able to let them know I speak a little bit of Japanese. So to say I speak a little Japanese would be Watashi wa Sakoshi Nihongo o Hanasu. Watashi wa is basically like saying like I, and Sakoshi is a little, and Nihongo, the Japanese language, and Hanasu, speak. So watashi wa Sakoshi Nihongo o Hanasu. But I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go finish editing the last video, start editing this video. I will see you guys very soon in the next video. As always, thanks for watching.